Hi, and thanks for listening to this audio. It's really great to be chatting to you about what we call our 5-step formula that we have within the Sales and Marketing Academy. Did you know everything you ever learned about generating leads and building a business is wrong? Everything you've ever heard, tried, done, it's all wrong. Well, most of it anyway. What I want to do in this short audio is to teach you a system for innovating and marketing your business so that you can generate all the leads your business can handle. I'll show you a step-by-step process you can immediately use to systematically and predictably begin to double your profits and triple the effectiveness of your marketing. Does it sound extraordinary? Well, it is. And in some respects, it's obvious. So, welcome to my step-by-step, hands-free marketing and profit-building systems. The purpose of this short CD is to show you a breakthrough process I use to double your profits. Note, I said profits and not revenues, as I don't want to confuse being in business with earning a lot of money. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a backdoor into my profit building system that many of today's top marketing experts throughout the world are calling the single most important client attraction program ever created. We've been developing this system with our partners in Canada and now in other parts of the world as well for more than 3 years. And it's taken more than $1 million, that's dollars, not rands, worth of investment and time and artifacts building what we believe is the perfect and revolutionary small business profit generating system. Best of all, if you're a fit for me and what I do, I'll show you how the two of us can potentially partner together on this and both do very well in the process. We've used this exact same system to build several multi-million dollar and rand businesses over the past 10 years. And we literally follow a simple step-by-step profit formula every step of the way. This presentation will actually show you how we can help you do exact same thing. So here's the problem. Most small business owners have no idea why their phone isn't ringing, what they should be focusing on, or what will work best for their category of business. I'm a big believer in the 80-20 rule because I've seen it happen so often. It states that only 20% of your efforts will produce 80% of your total revenue. In essence, small things done right produce the dramatic and immediate profits. I found out that one of the hundreds of areas where businesses like yours focus their efforts, there are only actually 5 that will produce the maximum profits for your business. They are more leads, more conversions, more transactions, higher prices, and more profits. When I direct my clients to focus all their efforts on these 5 areas only, they instantly skyrocket their revenue and profits. And best of all, they only need to focus on one of these 5 areas at any one time. Let me use a past client as an example to show you how all of this works together to double your profits. Please keep in mind that this exact same process will work for you and your business. So recently, a chiropractor asked for help marketing his practice and making his phone ring. His marketing at the time consisted of inserting one-page flyers in his local newspaper, along with a local group sending out emails on his behalf. It was costing him about 18,000 rand a month to execute those 2 programs. On average, this effort was bringing in 4 leads a month. And only one of the 4 leads actually converted into a new paying client. So obviously spending 18,000 rand a month to generate 1 new patient wasn't going to get the doctor very far at all. In fact, at that rate, he was on a fast track to bankruptcy. Obviously this doctor needed to generate more qualified local leads, so we had him focus on generating more leads to get started. The very first thing we went over together were the fundamentals required for generating leads. During this initial meeting, he discovered what most small business owners never figure out, and why 80% fail within 12 months and 96% of them are out of business in just the first 5 years. As a matter of fact, he was doing the exact same ring and he didn't realise the consequences of his action until he received our training. So here's what we taught him. All small business owners think in terms of tactics instead of strategy. The doctor has been sending out flyers and emails, and his call to action asked his profits to call his office. Unfortunately, most prospects aren't ready to pick up the phone and call it at this early stage of marketing. So the only prospects he was attracting were those who were in such severe pain that they were already ready to try anything to make the pain stop. Nothing wrong with that approach, but there just aren't very many people in such bad condition. So his marketing was failing to generate any significant number of leads. In short, there was no strategy behind this doctor's marketing. Most small business owners follow this exact same pattern. When they decide they need more leads, they place an ad online, or in the paper, or in the yellow pages, or on the radio, or they build a website. These are all tactics. There's no strategy driving it. Our done-for-you marketing system changes all of that for you forever. After we explained the fundamentals required to generate more leads, the second thing we did was to hand him the most powerful small business lead generating strategies available anywhere today. We have lead generation strategies that teach you how to partner with joint venture partners to instantly double your lead flow. We can show you how to implement revenue generating referral systems that can dramatically impact your cash flow. We can show you how to send out direct mail to 50,000 qualified profits for free, or to position your business on page 1 of Google in less than 30 days, guaranteed. We have more than 40 market dominating strategies that can quickly position you as the only option in your market for your prospects to buy from. So which strategy did our chiropractor select out of the 40 that were available to him? Our chiropractor had a passion for helping fibromyalgia sufferers. This is a horrendously painful disease that has no known cure and may be the most frequently misdiagnosed disease on the planet. 90% of fibromyalgia sufferers are women, and the pain is so debilitating that most of them can't work and are on disability. They need to be off their feet throughout the day, which indicated to us that there was an excellent chance that they would be surfing the internet to keep themselves entertained. We therefore helped our chiropractor dominate the internet locally for women looking for a solution to their pain, and who were on speaking forums with other women struggling with the same affliction. We systematically provided the tactical steps he would need to implement in order to execute this online marketing strategy. You see, a strategy is a collection of step-by-step tactics that must be executed in a specific order in order to produce a specific end result. So, for example, to successfully execute this strategy, we need to create all of the following: a 30-second script for an online video, the 30-second video itself, and a compelling offer, which we decided was going to be a free report. We knew that prospects didn't want to call the doctor's office this early in the process, so we set up a toll-free number with a 24-hour recorded message where they could request the report be emailed to them. We had to create a script, so when we called them by phone, we could compel them to come into the office for a complimentary diagnostic. Then we had to create the script for the office staff to use when they did come into the office. And finally, we had to create the script for the doctor to use to convert each prospect into a patient. See what I mean when I say strategy is a collection of tactics? Each of these steps represents one tactic, and their execution of all of them in a specific sequence results in a successful strategy. So, now we knew all the tactics we needed to successfully execute this marketing strategy. But the doctor didn't know how to create any of these. He wasn't a copywriter and didn't have a clue how to create compelling scripts. He didn't know how to write a proper report for the offer, and he didn't know what he should say in his online ad or what should be seen on the screen while the script was being read. Our marketing system offers solutions to all of these marketing problems. Fortunately, in this case, he didn't need to worry about any of this. We already had it done for him. We asked him to select the specific medical condition he wanted to promote in his marketing. When he selected fibromyalgia, we then provided all the marketing he would need to produce as many new fibromyalgia patients as his practice could handle, including business cards, print ads, postcards, full-colour professionally designed informational reports, online advertising, as well as TV ads. Even his landing page design was provided to him. But wait, he also needed a multitude of scripts written, and copywriters are expensive to hire these days. So no problem. After some subtle probing and a few questions answered, we directed him to the exact scripts he needed. We already had them created for him. We gave our doctor his choice of powerful and compelling marketing messaging, such as 30-second fibromyalgia video scripts, his elevator pitch, his office on hold message, scripts for his receptionist covering a multitude of office-related situations, such as patient inquiries regarding their advisory session, the fees the doctor charges, questions about the patient's first examination, as well as all the important questions around insurance coverage. Professionally developed scripts like these that tell office staff exactly how to position all of these common everyday situations can skyrocket the closing rates for any doctor, dramatically increase their overall sales, and make their office staff into instant sales superstars. So now this doctor had everything he needed to properly execute his new advertising strategy. Unfortunately, he didn't have much money to spend on ads, due to his depleted financial condition. If only he'd contacted us earlier. Not to mention the fact that he was extremely sceptical about running his ads online, especially since he'd already had a terrible experience using pay-per-click ads. He'd tried PPC 3 times before, spent about 50,000 rand, and his phone never rang. Why? He didn't have the right strategic message. His online video was filled with platitudes and featured himself, his staff, and his office. What his video failed to focus on was his patients. That's why the strategic marketing message is always more important than the tactical placement of the message. All of our marketing has been specifically designed to communicate the exact strategic message based on your specific business. So needless to say, this doctor was concerned about investing any more money using online marketing. After hours of discussion, we finally convinced him to give it one more try. He was only able to scrape together 1,300 rand, but it was enough to buy advertising on 4 different websites that tended to attract fibromyalgia sufferers. So that's what we did. We ran the 30-second video on those 4 sites only, and here's what happened. Our 30-second video generated 137 leads. Out of those 137 leads, The doctor converted 36 of them into full-time patients. Each of them was worth an average of 25,000 Rand. So, for his 13,000 Rand marketing investment, he generated 925,000 Rand additional revenue. That's over 7,100% return on his investment. Needless to say, our doctor was thrilled with these results. Good. In fact, these newfound patients, when combined with his regular patient load, filled his practice to its maximum capacity for the next 30 days. But here's what's really exciting. Our marketing had helped this doctor create what we like to refer to as a profit faucet. He could literally turn on his marketing and lead generation capabilities off and on like a kitchen tap. Since he couldn't take on any more patients for 90 days, he simply stopped running the videos for 90 days. Then, when he needed more patients, he paid another $13,000, rands, ran the exact same video on those exact same 4 websites, generated another 120 to 150 leads, which consistently produced 35 to 50 new patients, which in turn maxed out his practice for another 90 days. Just this one online advertising marketing strategy provided this doctor with all the lead generation firepower his practice would ever need. Now, if it didn't, and he needed additional leads, we would simply return to our more lead strategies, look over the remaining 39 strategies, select a second strategy and implement it as well. We find most businesses can easily run between 3 to 5 lead generation strategies simultaneously, especially when you consider that we have a 99% of the implementation work already done for you. And if we discover that our doctor was generating a lot of leads but failing to convert those leads into paying patients, we would direct him to the 18 conversion strategies we have available and use just 1 or 2 of these powerful strategies to double or triple his conversion rates. Fortunately, the doctor couldn't take on any more patients, so we didn't have to worry about the increased conversions. But I do want to make an important point here. This doctor's staff only converted 37 patients from 137 total leads. That's a meagre 27% conversion rate. We have conversion strategies that can easily double that rate. Unfortunately for this doctor, he simply had no additional room in his practice to accept any more patients, mainly because he didn't want to work additional hours and take away from his treasured family time. Well, that's okay. Obviously, that's also understandable, but you can see the potential, can't you? This doctor could easily have doubled his total revenue and with increased conversions, which would have made his lead generation results just that much more outstanding. So now that this doctor has a fully booked practice, does that mean he maxed out on his profit potential? Of course not. It just means our system works so well, he no longer needs to focus any further on lead generation or lead conversion. Now that we have this doctor's practice to its maximum patient capacity, we then move the doctor to the next stage of revenue growth, getting more transactions out of his current patient base. Since he can't see any additional patients, then let's give him the strategies he needs to sell his patients more of his products and services. We suggest this doctor immediately implement an upsell/cross-sell strategy, and our system gave him the tools to implement an entire series of additional products and services that complemented his treatment programs for a multiple of conditions. For example, he began to offer spinal decompression treatments for his patients with back pain. He offered a unique form of laser treatment that provided immediate pain release for his carpal tunnel patients. And now, for his new fibromyalgia patients, he offered a series of new services specifically designed to eliminate their pain, such as a line of health supplements sent monthly, quarterly meetings with a nutritionist to ensure that they lived an extra 10 years, and a new treatment program with a certified physical therapist. All of these worked in tandem to further accelerate his profits. But believe it or not, he's still not done generating additional profits. Now we directed him to the next profit formula stage of growth, higher prices. Here we have an entire series of strategies to show this doctor specific ways he can dramatically increase the value he offers, allowing them to increase his prices as well. You see, most small business owners are constantly competing on price. What they fail to understand is that their prospects aren't really looking for the lowest price. I know it appears that way, but let me explain why this simply isn't true. Even though price is often the first thing most prospects seem to ask about, prospects are looking for the business that offers them the most value for the price they pay. Prospects will gladly pay twice the price for something if they believe they're receiving 4 times as much value. So the strategies we created to help you get higher prices for your products and services help this doctor to bundle his products and services together in such a way that he could easily double his prices on specific services without incurring much in the way of additional costs. For example, he implemented a joint venture arrangement with a new massage therapist who was just starting her own business. The doctor gave her free office space within his own practice, which saved her a bundle compared to renting her own office space. In exchange for her office space, she agreed to provide her services for free. She agreed to provide a complimentary 15-minute massage to every one of the doctor's therapy patients. She was then allowed to upsell additional treatments to them at her regular price. This arrangement allowed the massage therapist to build her new business quickly and without spending any of her own marketing money. The doctor then bundled her free services with his physical therapy sessions, as well as a 3-month supply of health supplements and a complimentary health evaluation, and increased the price he originally charged for his physical therapy sessions by 75%. Okay, so now is he done increasing his profits? Not by a long shot. We directed him to the next profit formula stage we refer to as more profits. Here we have an entire series of strategies that helped him cut his office payroll, which in turn increased his overall profitability. For example, with his new dramatic influx of fibromyalgia patients, he needed to add a new receptionist and records clerk to his office staff. He said that that was going to cost him an additional R500,000 a year in wages and benefits, PCs, all that stuff. Instead, we had him implement our new internship strategy. Using this strategy, he approached his local community college and offered both these positions as a 6-month internship, where students looking for medical training in a live medical office environment could donate their time working for the chiropractor in exchange for college hours. The colleges love these types of arrangement since it gives their students field training in their speciality at no additional cost to the college. The students appreciate the opportunity to receive professional training in real-life situations, which looks great on their resume. And the doctor loves the arrangement for the financial savings it provides for him. But what did all of this mean for the doctor? Let's add it up. The lead generation and conversion strategies increased his revenue by about 3 million. The upsell and cross-sell strategies, designed to produce more transactions, increased the revenue by another 500,000. The bundling strategy, designed to produce higher prices, added another 350,000, and the intern strategy, designed to add more profits, added another $500,000 to his bottom line. That's over 4 million. In additional to annual earnings, and he was actually working fewer hours than he had when we first met us. And it took this doctor less than a year to implement all of this. Now you may be thinking, well, this sounds great, but I'm not a chiropractor. Well, in just the past 3 years, we've used this exact same process and produced similar results for a window contractor, a painter, waterproofer, one of these organisers, a dentist, home decorator, plastic surgeon, lift builder, kitchen contractor, IT company, carpet cleaner, website builder, and even a dog walker. Yep, you heard that last one, a dog walker. We helped an 80 rand an hour dog walker build a business that today is worth more than 2 million. So you can see, these 5 profit formula stages can literally explode the revenue and the profits for any type of small business, including yours. But here's the problem, and here's the bottom line. Most people don't want to put in the effort. But if you do, and if you see a fit here, and we end up partnering together to build your business, you'll quickly reach a revenue level you never imagined in your wildest dreams. So I'll be back in touch with you shortly, and I look forward to our mutual success.